Hey guys, welcome to another episode on my channel, Sweet Little Notes. Today we will be ranking instrumental music genres. Now let's get started. So the first one we're going to rank is piano solos and keyboard instrumental music. So as a piano player myself, I know how much work it takes to practice, and this is not only true for piano, but since we're talking about piano music right now, I'm gonna just say that there on the piano or a keyboard you can include harmonies, melodies, and different voices to your song. So for this reason I'm gonna put it in the great category. And for the next one we're gonna do, next genre is film music, and in my opinion, this is one of my favorite genres, as when I'm watching movies, these scores help bring out this emotion in a scene. And if you've ever watched a video of just a scene without music, it's kind of dry in my opinion, so the music helps bring out those emotions. And when I go back to listening to those film scores, it helps remind me of those emotions that I felt, and also like how it connects to my day-to-day life. So I'm going to put film music in excellent category. So my next genre that I'm going to be placing on this chart is video game music. And personally, I haven't had a great experience with video game music because I haven't really played a lot of video games, honestly, but the computer games that I have played didn't really have great music to it. So I'm going to put it in the good category only because I haven't had a lot of exposure to this kind of genre before. So the next genre I'm going to be placing on this chart is world music. And I know these different kinds of music in different cultures can help really tell a story from a particular culture, and so I'm gonna put that in the great category. And the next genre that I'm going to be placing on this chart is classical music. And as a piano player and a flute player, this is one of the first genres that I was exposed to. So, and I really enjoyed playing those pieces, and they really help build technique. But not only that, but they sound great, and I feel like those classical pieces really set the foundation for all the other pieces. So I'm gonna put that in the excellent category. And the next genre that I'm gonna be placing on this chart is contemporary and modern instrumental music. And personally, I haven't had a really great experience with this genre, as in the past, like it hasn't really been a great experience like in my elementary school days. So I'm just gonna put this in the below average category. And the next genre I'm gonna be placing is the band and orchestra music. And I know this is not an official genre, but like as a flautist that has been in a band and an orchestra, I can hear all types of voices, like harmony, melody, and which instruments have the soprano, alto, and tenor and bass voices. So, like what I said about the piano and the different voices and how expressive that can be and how many layers you can have with an orchestra, I'm going to put that in the excellent category. And the next genre we're going to be exploring and putting on this graph is instrumental solos. And what I said before about the harmonies and whatnot, as an instrumental solo, I don't think that you can be as expressive with those layers as with a piano or an orchestra. I mean, there are definitely instruments that can do multiple notes at once, but for the most part, there's only one note that can be played on instruments. But I mean, I'm not downplaying instrument solos or anything, but like I just feel like for now those belong on the great category. So the next one we're gonna do is lo-fi, like instrumental lo-fi music, and these kind of musics can feature many different genres like movies, classical music, jazz, anything you want, and they help you focus and lock in to whatever you're working on, whether that be homework or something for your work. It helps you focus more. And as my sister mentioned to me earlier on why this is her favorite genre, she had mentioned that on the YouTube lo-fi pages there is usually a person studying at a desk, and it helps motivate her to study more, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. And it helps you relax also at the end of the day. So I'm gonna put that in the excellent category. So the next one we're gonna look at is the electronic instrumental pieces, or the electronic instrumental category. And honestly, I haven't had a really great experience with this either. I believe that music, at least for instrumental music, like I prefer when a real instrument is played and the sound it can produce. And I'm not downplaying this category at all for those who like it, but it's not really my style. So I'm going to put this in the bad category. So the next category that I'm going to be ranking is the rock and metal instrumentals. And honestly, this is not really my style either. It's like kind of loud, and I'm not really into loud pieces such as rock. But a positive of it is I do have a good memory with my sisters trying to create a rock and roll piece as a younger kid. So for that reason, it's gonna probably be a little bit higher than what I originally was gonna put it at. So I was gonna put it at below average. So the next one we're gonna look at is string instrumentals, and I've honestly had a great time listening to the different string pieces that the string orchestra at our school has played, and also the different string pieces that I've heard throughout my life. And I also had great memories with string pieces. Like once at our school, I was not having a great time at a concert, but then our string orchestra played the De Beers ad, Diamonds Last Forever. That string piece really made my night. And I'm just gonna put this in the excellent category. And for the next one, we're gonna do brass instrumentals. And I'm not into very loud songs personally, but I do love the brass sections, so I'm gonna put this in the good category. And percussion instrumentals are the next genre or style we're gonna look at. And honestly, I haven't heard a bunch of percussion only pieces, but I do love the xylophone and the chimes, and I'm gonna put this in the below average tier. And the next genre or style we're gonna look at is the woodwind style. And I know I might be a little bit biased on this one, but woodwinds I feel like carry the melody in an orchestra or a band, and they can be really expressive or quiet or loud, however you play it. And I'm gonna put this in the great category. The next song or style we're gonna look at are the pep bands or the marching bands. And these bands really hype up school spirit or fan spirit, and really help entertain the crowd during like a halftime or a timeout. And I've personally really enjoyed performing in my school's pep band, and so I'm gonna put this in the good section. And the next one, I have never heard of this style before this video, but it's drone instrumental music, and based off of what I read online about this style of music, it does not sound that great, as it just sounds like a repetitive note or sound, and that's like the whole piece. So I'm gonna put that in the bad category. And the last genre we're gonna look at is jazz, and I like jazz, and I've heard several great pieces from this category, so I'm gonna put this in the good section. Thank you for watching today's video on ranking the different instrumental music genres, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and to comment down below as to what you think about my ranking and what your opinions on the different genres and where they should have landed on the tier in your opinion. I hope to see you guys in the next video, and until then, stay safe and enjoy.